Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Thursday, February 9th, 2023. Before I jump into all the charts, please click like if you would each and every time you watch the daily Tesla report, and subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. It'll provide you notification each and every time new content has been uploaded for your viewing, which includes the daily Tesla and daily Apple report. And if you would, please share the content with friends and colleagues. So we start big picture, work our way into the day. We did about a month and a half ago test a targeted channel support that is well below the market now, 86.48 to 98.18. On the way up, we also closed above this former channel structure. It is presently 154.57 to 162.68. That is an area that is a new base of support, if you will, above which the 255.69 channel top remains a 2 to 3 month objective. That has been in play now for 2 or 3 weeks, holding above the 154.57 to 162.68 area. So that is the big picture. Still anticipating what I'm calling the 230s, 240s, because that channel top at 255.69 is dropping at a pretty linear pace. And as we move into March, it's 240s, into April, 230s. So it depends on the timing of the test itself. Now, along the way, very recently, about 3 or 4 trading days ago, we closed above a less significant but still trend-defining level in its own count, a descending one-third speed line that is today at 189.61. And I want to draw your attention to it because it's gained some added importance only because for the day itself, we have a 1.5, 2-week channel bottom at 190.90. So that range, 1.29 range, can absorb selling through the rest of the week, and above which that targeted 221.25 level, it remains a 1 to 2 week objective. This area has been a target since we closed above that speed line about a week ago. I called this, I think, at a 2 to 3 week target at the time, with 208.24 considered a 1 to 2 week objective. Here's the same. 208.24 is a 50% retracement from the August 22 high against the recent January low, and 221.25 is more meaningful. It's a 3-star weekly containment level. So that is it really in terms of, I'm going to call this the 1 to 2 week outlook. That holding above 189.61 to 190.90 maintains an updraft, if you will, secondary buying pressures. 208.24 not out of the question today. 208.24 is that 50% retracement from the August high. It can contain daily buying pressures. I can show it again right here. We could top out there for the day, but if we do close above 208.24, we're probably 3 to 5 days away from reaching the more meaningful 221.25, which is a 3/8 upside Fibonacci from A being the November, no, that is the November 21 all-time high against B, the more recent January low. We can top out in this zone, specifically 221.25, for at least a week, possibly well into March, as we could fall off from here back into this zone of channel support, presently between 154.66 and 163.06. That is what I would call the 3 to 5 week time horizon. But once again, in terms of the 1 to 2 week time horizon, we remain bullish above 189.61 to 190.90, anticipating 221.25 quite possibly by the end of next week. And last thing I'll say about the upside, that if we were over the next week or two to close above 221.25, we're probably just 2 to 3 weeks away from reaching that 2 to 3 month objective at 255.69. It'll be in the 240s by then, where we could actually top out through the second quarter, possibly into later year. This is a pretty well-defined channel structure that may well hold sway with regard to Tesla upside as we move into later year. We could come off of this through the balance of the year, perhaps, but it does still remain a 2 to 3 month objective above this area here. That is the big picture. Hi, if you enjoy watching our daily Tesla report, you'll love our daily Triple Q and SPY reports. They're presented in the same 5 to 10 minute video format. Our daily SPY and Triple Q analysis provides directional market signals that are correlated with highly specific price support and resistance levels. Whether your trading time horizon is short or longer term, we promise you a distinctive edge in your trading of the SPY and Triple Q. We offer a 5-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So go to wickedstocks.com right now and start receiving your daily SPY and daily Triple Q reports today. Now for the downside, that what if we do close today below 189.61? That does pivot the market south for several days to a new rising one-third speed line at 172.37. And so I think that this closing below 189.61, I'm not expecting it, but if it does, it should shake out the short-term longs and drive the market south to 172.37 within 1 to 3 days, where, and I still have this weighted as a 4-star multi-week, we could bottom out through the rest of February and turn higher again to new highs, reaching that 221.25 level within 3 to 5 weeks at the most, probably more like 2 to 3 weeks of testing 172.37. Now, it would be, and I'm way ahead of myself here, but I'm just kind of giving you the heads up, that if we were to close below 172.37 in the coming days, I think it's a long shot because we're still bullish on many counts, most notably near term, that is to say into next week, above 189.61 to 190.90. But if we were to close below 189.61, test 172.37 within a few days, bounce off of it presumably, but not aggressively so, and then commence to close below 172.37, that is your sign. If you are like a 2 to 3 week position trader, a 3 to 5 week position trader, to liquidate a long position or go short, or go short. So if we close below 172.37, you could reach for 140, 145 out of the money puts, let's say, in the 2 to 3 week time horizon, because that would be the objective. This 137.15 speed line is significant now, and it will gain significance as we move through time. I'm going to draw your attention one more time to this channel support in the 154.57 to 162.68 area. And on the daily chart, it's 154.66 to 163.06. So that rising two-thirds speed line at 137.15 over the next couple of weeks will converge entirely with this former channel support. And that's where, if we close below 172.37, this is the area you should probably bank on, so to speak. This descending channel support, 154.66 to 163.06, and in alignment with this 137.15 rising two-thirds speed line, able to absorb selling, I'll say through March. And once again, as I said earlier at the top of this, above 154.57 to 162.68, still maintaining a 2 to 3 month upside at 255.69. I know I've thrown a lot of numbers at you. I do break the numbers, the market down into time frames. I've got the day itself. I've got 3 to 5 days out, 2 to 3 weeks, and 2 to 3 months. Those are my basics. And I'll outline right now what I see for the day itself. 198.92 is your intraday support. Let me jump to a different chart as I outline that. 198.92 is actually this high back in early December, and we pushed through it for several days before closing above it actually today for the first time. And so 198.92 is intraday support. All of the minor points have been carefully chosen, but just know that holding above 198.92 will keep that 208.24 level in reach. As I showed earlier, that is an upside 50% off the August high. If we close above 208.24, another 3 to 5 day swing trade up to the targeted 221.25 level. If we break or open today below 198.92, we may fall all the way back into this 189.61 to 190.90 region, and that is your day trade there to the downside, going short below 198.92, anticipating the very low 190s on an intraday basis, 189.61 to 190.90, able to contain selling through the rest of the week and into next, and above which 221.25 remains a 1 to 2 week objective. And finally, if we close below 189.61, we really only have a 1 to 3 day sell signal down to this significant 172.37, which would present a good buy opportunity as we move into March trade. This is good bottom picking territory on a trend identifying basis, because from here we can round back up to new highs, 221.25 in reach within probably 2 to 3 weeks of testing 172.37. And in terms of looking into later March, are we going to continue south? Are we going to sell off? Is a high going to be placed into March? The answer to that for me is if we close below 172.37 in the coming days, and that does not look like a likelihood at this point in time. You know, we're pushing 9 minutes. I think I'm going to leave it at that for Thursday's Daily Tesla Report. Please click like if you would each and every time, and we'll talk soon.